Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tier Above the Rest. Today, we'll be doing Chelsea for the 2024-2025 season. You can obviously see the squad right there. This is probably half the squad, honestly, because we know that Chelsea like to sign at least 10 to 15 players every transfer window, about 30 players every season. They like to loan out 15 of them. They like to sell maybe 10 of them, and then maybe buy another 15 later on. So that being said, let's get straight to it. Obviously, Chelsea finished pretty well. People had their doubts throughout the season, but then they're a young team. They're finding their way. They have a good manager, and they perform well. And they even won, I believe, the Conference League, which is a Mickey Mouse trophy, but it is a trophy nonetheless. Keepers, F, F, and C. Let's be honest. Every weekend, whenever we watched Chelsea play, there was always someone new in net. Someone messed up, the next guy was in line ready. You could not tell who was who. You probably have tuned in for a game wondering, hey, who's that new goalkeeper? I'm pretty sure they got another four goalkeepers that are not on this tier list. It's a shambles. It's honestly a shambles, and it's a disgrace that even goalkeepers are deciding to come to this club knowing that there's 15 others that are ahead of them. So for that reason, you get a CFF because I could not tell you a difference between any of them. Badiashile, you get an A. If I know your name, that means you did something, especially in this team, because it's like going through the table of contents in a book. So for you, you get an A, solid center back. You're a big physical beast, and you're actually a pretty good ball mover. You can break the lines, so we get an A for that. Caicedo, one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. Not as good as some would say. Maybe people say that he's top one, top two. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he's like top five, maybe top seven. But for Chelsea, he's like their main guy in the middle, right? So for that reason, and the way Chelsea play, he's going to be an S for sure. No questions asked. I don't know who that is. That's someone's personal trainer. No one knows who that is. Fofana, you get a B. I don't think you played much this season. You might have played off the bench. You might have been injured. But I didn't hear your name much, and it sucks that you actually don't get minutes that I believe that you should. Maybe just once again squad depth and your form isn't right, but you need to do better for your standards. You should be at the A level, but right now I would say you are a B. Kukurea, I'm gonna give you a S. The reason I give you a S and not an A is because you play all season on that left wing. As a left back, there should be at least 15 others on this team that should be challenging you, and I see you every week start. So that tells me you're doing something right. You play for the Spain national team and you're always on the left back spot, even though I don't think you should be. But you still do your job, and you're obviously doing something right. Whether that's the manager's tactics or whatever it is, you're doing your part, and I gotta respect it. So for that reason, you get an S. This guy, no one knows who you are. This guy, no one knows who you are. João Felix, you get an F. The reason you get an F, João Felix, is because first of all, you didn't play for them. You went to Inter Milan, I believe. So I mean, not Inter Milan, AC Milan. And whenever you did play for Chelsea, it was horrible. Like, you're one of those players that plays that second striker, center forward role, but you really don't have a role. Like, you just do whatever you feel like. Sometimes you want to be a striker, sometimes you want to be a midfielder, sometimes you want to be a winger. João Felix, you're not worth 150 million, you're worth 15 million max. So for that reason, you get an F. Enzo Fernandez, give you a S. Solid midfield in the world, one of the better eights in the world. He's still very young as well. They spent like 100 million on you. I think you're gonna be, if you stay at Chelsea for a long time, you're gonna be one of their legends. But I could easily see you make a move to a bigger club than Chelsea. That's right, Chelsea isn't a big club. There's bigger clubs out there. Is this Fofana? Did I mess up? Alright, this is Fofana's brother. You're gonna get a B as well. I think you're Fofana, so yeah, it's gonna give you a B. Mark Yu, I'm gonna give you a C. I know you have potential, but you also have 400 strikers ahead of you. There's no point in getting the bag. Just go to a different club. You should have just stayed at Barcelona, honestly. But it is what it is. Go play somewhere else and get some minutes under your belt, because you playing in the Conference League isn't gonna help your development at all. So move it along. Malo Gusto, you get a B. I think as a right back position, you actually do pretty well. You have proven your worth. I think people underrated you for your size and your stature, but you play a decent amount on that right flank. And I think going forward is better for you, but defensively, you have shown that you can, stand with some of the strong ones. So for that reason, we'll give you a B. Nicholas Jackson, you get an A. I think you could have a better season than that. After what we've seen you do, you'd be missing easy tap-ins or like making stupid decisions near the end, like up your IQ or something. But I'll give you an A. I'll be generous. You're a solid striker for this team. You're not whatever the age says. You're like 5 years plus that. But anyways, you get an A for that season. Reece James, we'll give you an A. Yeah, you've been injured your whole career. Your bones are made out of, I don't know, peanut brittle or something. So, whenever you do get to play, you do play well. So we're gonna give you an A for that. You're a good leader in this team, and yeah. I don't know whose cousin that is. That's an F. This guy, I forgot his name. He gave you a C. You play here and there. Noni Madueke, you get a S. Solid winger. Solid winger. Plays on the right side, plays on the left sometimes. He does his thing. Sometimes he sucks. Sometimes he's straight garbage in the games, but a lot of the times he's better than most wingers in the world. So, and we've seen his performance against small teams. It's wonderful. It's wonderful watching him score hat tricks against small teams. So for that reason, he gets an S. Mudryk, you get an F. I don't even think I've watched you play one time this season, and they bought you for like 100 million plus. I'm pretty sure. You were fast. You know how to dribble, and that was it. We all saw that first game. We thought like, hey, this guy might have potential. This from this guy from the Ukraine league. He might be cooking, bro. F. You haven't played all season long. You get an F. Pedro Neto, he gets an A. Solid player. I think we underrated him his time at Wolves, but he came into this team and he's been on that left flank. He's been pushing through defenders all the time, dribbling, taking them on, crossing the ball, shooting the ball. You get an A for sure. Like, no questions asked. And Kuku, you get a C, and that's being generous. I have not seen you play once. You know what? I'm gonna give you F. You and Mudryk are in the same category. They spent like 100 mil on you, and now they want to get rid of you for I don't even know who. I think you played max like 3 games, and you're blowing bubbles. Just move it along. Go to a different club. It's not worth it. Cole Palmer, S. You didn't have the same season you did the season before, but I think you're still a very good player in this team. You find your moments when your brain shuts off, and that's all you need for this Chelsea team. Solid player. I think he's going to be here for a long time. I think he'll find his form back next season. And for this season, he still gets an S. Maybe not for his standards, but overall, he's a really good player for this team. So we'll give him an S. I forgot this guy's name. You get a C. I don't know what this guy's name is as well. You get a C. Chilwell, you get an F. You don't play for this club anymore, pretty much. Yeah, you get an F. And good old Jadon Sancho, you get a C as well, because you came into this club. You had some moments. Against small teams, right? He doesn't score against big teams, only small teams. But anyways, he did his thing at the beginning, but then he just fell off like he does at every club. And he was tweeting stuff like, oh, Man United sucks or whatever. But I think he sucks, let's be honest, right? And I don't think Chelsea's not buying him. They actually are not buying him. They paid $5 million to Man United to take him back. So short stint for him, and it was a horrible stint. At least he got a trophy. But yeah, that's why he gets a C. So that's going to do it for the Chelsea tier list for the 2024-2025 season. Let me know what other teams you want me to react to. Let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.